Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Let's talk about Geovax. We're going to talk about Siga and the White House scrambling to play catch up on the monkeypox response. Administration officials have acknowledged that they need to ramp up their efforts as the number of cases have grown faster than initially anticipated. We're going to go through the charts. We're going to talk about some levels. We're going to take a look at the CDC page so that way we can just see exactly how this is focused on the United States, and we should be leading the effort to get this under control. Now, we've got all the tools under our disposal. We just need to make sure we deploy those from the Strategic National Reserve. We've got 12 different secret locations all over the United States. We have one of the largest stockpiles of vaccines, so it's a matter of not only issuing that, but replenishing it to those appropriate levels and administering drug treatments that we also have here in the United States. So these are the stocks that you should be looking at if you're interested in playing these catalysts. This federal response was the catalyst that we were looking for. Now, Geovax just reported earnings, so we expected that to pull back. It got to a reasonable level of support. And then I did an announcement on my community page to let you know that this was still squeeze potential. Make sure you watch those levels. If you're new to these two stocks, we've been covering these since they were in the penny range, under $1.10 for Geovax. So just know that these are elevated levels. So enter at your own risk at these levels. Make sure you take profits quick. There is that squeeze potential, which I want to cover though. Now, Siga has to report after the bell today, so you want to be careful. We're going to talk about those levels also in this video. Let's get started. You can see by this heat map that we've got the biggest dot here in the United States with 6,616 cases. There are 87 total locations, and they've got 80 countries. There are 26,208 cases. And let's take a look at the short interest, because we've been keeping up with this for this potential squeeze that is going to happen. I believe this is still going to take place because they keep borrowing shares. This is as of today. It is updated. As of this morning, they were continuing to borrow shares, and the borrow fee is at 435%. I cannot imagine what they're thinking. They probably just thought that retail investors would just leave this one, but I see retail piling in. And let's take a look at the charts so that way we can see what happened today. You can see after the earnings, this did pull back to about $2.34 right here. It never went down and busted through the RSI. It did stay in a downtrend until that news came out and then decided to spike back up. I think a lot of people took this as a buying opportunity right here under $3, as they started to see these 3 Greek candles confirm that we were back on an uptrend and that a potential squeeze was in the works. Now, you can see that it did pull back, and this is all technicals right here. It pulled back, but now it's continuing to run up. So if we draw a trend line here, you can see that we're expecting to go this direction here. So you can see it's starting to form a nice formation, and at any moment, potentially today or even tomorrow, this could continue to squeeze up because it looks like people are going to try and cover their position. I don't think that these elevated prices are going to come down for Geovax. Now, the next one I want to look at, and this really isn't a short interest. This stock's making money. We took a look at their financials. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check out the video previous to this one. I mean, this one was on a nice trend. It has been on a nice trend. It did pull back after, some profit taking, and today it looks like it found some support right here under $17, and it's on the same exact, I would say, frame by frame as far as when it responded. These are responding to the federal notification that is probably going to come out. It's probably already out by the time I get this video out, but you can see that this is also got an uptrend. It's above that 20 on the EMA. And it did the same thing. It got up over this RSI, pulled back a little bit, but not as much. But this is what I want you to know. On this one, earnings has to come out after the close of bell today, and there is a chance that this will pull back. And if it does pull back under $17, I would say this is one that you might want to add because it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So right here, I would say if it does dip below, 1680, or 1690, that this could be a buying opportunity, but it is elevated right now. You definitely want to see this come back and at least touch this 50 on the RSI before adding this. Okay, the last one. This last one is working on a vaccine, and they announced that they're basically using the coronavirus drug development. They're trying to modify this to create a vaccine. Now, when I was looking at their website, everything looked extremely outdated and just left me concerned that I'm not sure how serious I can take this organization, and anybody can send out news. So I wanted to take a look at their financials, and then we'll take a look at the charts, because obviously if you could take 20 to 30% on the trade, you could do it, but I would play Geovax. So this one, the financials did not look good. I mean, they are burning cash. And of course, Geovax was also burning cash, but at least they had $1 million on here every once in a while. They had some money, and they just did an equity stake raise, and they're good for the rest of the year. So you don't have to worry about Geovax potentially issuing additional shares. There is less of a chance. I'm not saying that that couldn't happen with Geovax. You never know what these companies do when the prices get elevated like this. So you can see there was some volatility here in the 1 hour chart for NNVC. That's this ticker symbol. It ran up. It went all the way from $1.81 back here, and it went all the way up to $4.32. So you can imagine this got on some people's radar, and as it pulled back down here to $2.79, it's got 3 green candles in the 1 hour chart. I'm not surprised to see this either. Let's take it to the 5-minute chart. I just want to see what's going on. It does look like it is in an uptrend also, but you can see these pullback opportunities. Once again, stick with your technicals on these stocks that are running up, and there's really no fundamentals that are causing them to do that. This is just a news outbreak, a news catalyst, and people are piling into these. So NNVC did pull back here to $2.86, and it looks like in the 5-minute chart, it almost touched the 30 on the RSI, and then it came up here, broke through at $3.66 on the 70 on the RSI. And let's just take a look and see if you played this here in the 5-minute chart and then you sold it here, you've got a 26% gain if you're just playing the technicals from here to here. So that's what I would recommend doing. You want to wait, take a look at your charts if you have an opportunity to do that, or you can even set an alarm to let you know when this comes down to the 35 on the RSI, and then you definitely want a notification when this hits the 70 on the RSI, so that way you can consider, taking some off the table. That's all I got. I want to make sure we get this one out. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.